Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Hope everyone is doing well. I'll wait till a few people come on here. Here you come. Wonderful. Good morning, everybody. I am excited to paint. This morning I was going to paint candy corn for Halloween, but I have something else that I was working on, and I thought this would be a perfect time to paint it. So I'm participating in the 2023 Art for Hope project, and Megan Spillers had reached out to me and asked me if I'd paint a painting and donate it, and I'll be giving all the proceeds of my painting to St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. And what they do, I have little notes with me here. The goal of it's a virtual fundraiser, and the goal is to put more art into the world and collectively make an impact on a singular cause each year. So this year their cause is St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital, which is a wonderful cause. And they invite different artists to participate, and then this month we do the painting and give them the photo of it, and then starting November 1st I will put it on my website and promote it under the hashtag of Art for Hope Project. So I'll tell you guys about it so you can look for other ones that if you want to buy a painting from an artist, from me or a different artist, and have the money go to St. Jude's. That would be wonderful. So let me show you what I'm going to paint instead of candy corn. I didn't think that would be a good subject. So iris the flower, the iris is the symbol of hope, and it's for their cause. It's called you might have seen the graphics for it. It's the Art for Hope project. So for hope, I'm going to do an iris today. This was a photo that I had taken a couple years ago in New Hope. And I love it. So I'm going to do that. So let me think. Do I want to mix my paints first or start it? I can't remember which works. And what I normally do is mix my paints. So I think I'll do that. So I need my purples and yellows and greens. Such pretty colors. And then, kind of a neutral background. Yeah. So I'm going to mix my colors first. So I'm going to pull this down here. Good morning, Irma. Sorry, I didn't say good morning to everybody, did I? I was too busy. I had something I had to say and I want to forget. So I was focused on that. Okay. So I think I'll start with the darkest dark on there is a shadow color. So I'm going to mix. I'd say it's more blue than anything. I'd like to try to keep that a little bit transparent if I can. It's kind of a brownish bluish. So I used a little brown and a little blue in there. I'm going to clean my palette knife off, and I want to lighten it ever so slightly. So I'm going to put another little bit of brown than I have over here. That didn't do a thing. Maybe I need a little more blue. I just want it the tiniest bit lighter, but I don't know that I want to add white. Oh, that's kind of a cool color. Okay, that's more what I wanted. I wanted dark, but not. I'm kind of comparing it up here. I could put a little bit more blue in there. I'm using the French ultramarine blue. Yeah, that's nice. Okay. Morning, Jackie. Let me see. Hi, Barb. I'm looking to see who all came on here. Bon. I said hi to Irma, right? Good morning, Allie. How are you? So what's new with everybody? What's going on? I think I'm just going to do my background color now. Let's see if because they're purple flowers, trying to think what I want my background to be like. Maybe because I have yellow already. I always try to have a little bit of something complementary in my painting. I just kind of like the way that looks and feels. A little brown in here. I did a video yesterday just for YouTube because I have a YouTube channel, and I always just put the paintings that I do on Wednesday mornings, but they're all in portrait mode, not landscape, and landscape's what looks nice on. I don't know. I still feel like that's a little too blue, maybe a little too dark. I'm going to get out. I've been loving this Vasari color. It's Shiprock. It's a new one that I bought when I was there a couple weeks ago, and I'm going to need a new one pretty soon. I love it. It's very much kind of a color of kind of sand or... anyway, so I made a video yesterday of a bottle brush tree and put it up on YouTube exclusively. You know, I just did it for that purpose. So that was fun. It's a lot of, social media is a lot to keep up with. I'm always thinking of other things I should do. Okay, I like those. They're nice and neutral, and I want the irises to be the star of the show. So I think I'm going to be good with that. Irma. Yvonne said, I love the paint on your easel. Looks like the desert. Looks like the desert. Oh, does it? I've never been to the desert. I think I need to go. Hi, Jackie. What a lovely day. Absolutely. I think it'll be a good day. Gambling gold. Jennifer, what does that mean? I have a gold here that I'm playing around. Love the background of the bottle brush tree. That did turn out neat, didn't it, Carol Ann? I love that, like, kind of acidic chartreusey color, and with that purple showing through, it really did look neat. To be quite honest with you, a lot of the things I do are quite by accident. It's part of the fun, right? So now I need these violets. So I need like violetish ones and then a little bit more blue, I guess. So I'll mix enough and then pull down and add some blue to them. That's really pretty good right there. And I'm just mixing a little bit on my palette knife. I just mixed over here so that this wasn't quite so dark. Just that little bit. All right. I'm going to clean this off. So where's everyone listening from this morning? On this beautiful morning. This is another Vasari color that I love. It's paper towel in my hand, ruby violet light. It's nice to make kind of those light, to make purples, violets lighter without adding white, which often makes them chalky, which I'm going to do right now. I think I'm going to keep it warm. I always clean my palette knife off before I dip into my paint. Very pretty. Now I want to make them a little more blue. I'm going to take a little bit of this and mix in. I wonder if that's too blue. What do you think? Maybe a little of this. Yes. I want a violet color that's closer to blue. That's really nice. That's exactly what I wanted. And even lighter. Oops, I didn't clean my palette knife off before I dipped in there. Reckless crazy. Yeah, that's really nice. Tuning in from sunny white, Alberta. Sunny white. I think it's sunny here too today. All right, I need greens and yellows. And I do need, I'm going to pull this out and add white into that and make it almost white. I know, aren't they great colors? Oh my gosh. I know, I am completely obsessed with color. I wake up in the middle of the night thinking about mixing colors. Is that crazy? When I've been playing with my abstracts now, which I'm having so much fun with, like So much fun. What are my words here? I want to gray this down a little bit. I'm going to take this color. That get too gray. Let me see. No, that's pretty good. Okay. I like that. I try to keep my colors, like my darks, like in values, kind of going down, so that when I grab for a color, I'm thinking a little bit more about the value of it than I am which color is correct. Because if you have your values right, you can paint anything. Like last week, or the last time we did inspiring art, I painted pumpkins. And they were actually white pumpkins, but I painted them in 3 different colors, because if your painting is the right value, it doesn't matter what color you use. And that was a really fun exercise. I have inspiring art again today, and what are we doing? Gosh, I forget what we're doing. Oh, I do know what we're doing. We're going to do like that. I think it's called like the 20 brush stroke challenge. It's a way of keeping your paintings very simple and not overworking them. But I don't know if it's going to be 20 or 30, but it'll be minimal. Okay. I like those greens and my neutrals. Oh, I need yellow. So I'm going to take my Indian yellow. Oh, and I started to say with my my really fun abstracts, I've been using my paint that I've left over on my palette, which has been so nice to do, because it's always sitting here like, what am I going to do with that paint? And yeah, this on my palette, it dries out pretty quickly. So by the next day, because I usually just paint in the morning and then work on other stuff during the day. Okay, I love that. All right, I think that's good. I'm going to pull this up here. Let's see this thing. Pull it back a little bit. Can you see okay? Is it up high? Yeah, I want to move it up so your comments. Oh, I could do it that way. Who knew? Move this out of the way. This is, I have one of the things ready to do an abstract if I have time today. Okay. All right. So let me know if you have any questions or anything. I'm just going to start with my transparent underpainting. So I could be wild and crazy and do the whole thing in like a pink. But I think I'm going to maybe go more true to color. Not sure what I want to do in that background. I didn't really think this through. Let me see. Allie says it's probably so cool to show the painting side by side afterwards. The flower, then the abstract with. I know that. And Allie, I want to do that as a big paint. I want to do a big painting and do it the same way. And yeah, do that. Like the same palette, paint it at the same time, but have one be an abstract and one be probably a floral. And I'm kind of just practicing it with my little ones right now. I'm so comfortable doing small paintings that sometimes it's kind of an excuse not to dive into the next thing. Like I've really been having my big paintings here lurking behind me, and I'm not making progress on them. But maybe this weekend, I have been away a lot of weekends, and that's usually when I paint big, because I can focus on it and not think about other things. Yeah, I've been keeping them kind of in order in my drawing room to see, if I can tell which paintings they were like. Although, I've been thinking I need to work on like a consistent palette, but I think my palette already kind of is doing that naturally. Like whenever you want to develop your style, I think if you just keep painting, I think it just happens. I don't think you have to try so hard in anything in life. It's another one of those art lessons. Don't try so hard. Just let things happen as they're meant to. And Not always swimming uphill then. Tell me that sometimes. Or all the time. Oh, this is a fun little bud right here. This. So do I have all my purples? My violet, not purple, right? Jackie says, for inspiring art, if you can't ever do it live, do they go into some folder where you can see them and do them later? Wednesdays are tough days. Yes, I do know that. Yes, they are all saved. They're all saved inside of the learning platform. You can watch. And if you join, you can watch all of them. Like, they're all in there for you to see. Because I think I do, what do? I do it every other week. So it's 52, 30, 26. I probably make 25 of them every year, and this might be my third year of doing it. How fun is that? I don't know that I knew when I started it back then that I'd enjoy it as much as I do. I don't like marketing it though, so a lot of people don't know about it because the marketing is always, as much as I've done marketing all my life, I don't know if that's why I don't like doing it. Like, I just want to make the thing. I don't want to tell anyone about it because, I don't know, it takes time away from my painting. You don't use any color for canvas base. I am putting in my canvas base right now. So I use like transparent colors in this underneath part. And then I will put opaque colors on top. So sometimes I do. Sometimes I'll do like a... what do? I can't even think about what I'm saying here. Sometimes I will do a whole different color, like a bright pink as my base. But today, I just felt like this. Painting it the true colors. I'm always playing around with that. So I would say these are my base colors. But I'm not sure what color I want to do the background for, where I'm going to put that color over top. Maybe yellow. Maybe I will do like a darker green for these. And then I'll do, it really doesn't matter. It can all change from this point. But when I do that full color in the background of a painting like this, I do need to think about it because it skews what the color is, of course, because... it just does. Completely skews the color. But I think I'll do yellow. I like to be a little reckless crazy. Hi, Erica. How are you? All right. And my shadow, I think I'm going to do it in blue. Just because I feel like it. That's the reason I do most things in art. Not in real life, but in art. Just because I feel like it. I got that as on shadow. Whoops. Didn't really mean to do that. This shadow. I was missing this shadow. Right here. I think I will do my background yellow. I'm gonna have a sip of my coffee. It's beautiful already. Thank you, Tina. So where's everybody listening from? I'm gonna do Reckless Crazy Yellow. It's Indian yellow. This is crazy. Art's the best place to learn to be a little bit more of a risk taker because, so if I do this and I hate it, well, more small paintings than big ones because that is a little bit more of an investment, but what what have I got to lose? If I don't like how it turns out, I'll just paint over it. That's all practice. And that is how you learn. I just have a little bit of liquid in there so that it dries in time to be able to send it out when someone buys it. Mississippi Gulf Coast. I'm going to wipe this so it's not quite so dominant. It's a little... Brazil. What time is it in Brazil? That's good. I like that. Now I'm going to do my pigment sticks. Interesting that your shadow, Bonnie says, interesting that your shadow is green. I'm used to using purple for shadows, which would not work in this case. Yeah, it's greenish bluish shadow. Yeah, because then the shadow and the object might compete a little bit. I don't know. Susie from Florida. Allie's in Queens, New York. Allie, do you have any more windows that you're working on? Fairhaven, Massachusetts. Gorgeous color palette. Thank you. All right. Remember to put a little bit of purple over there too. You do today. Oh, isn't that fun? Does that take you all day to do? I'm sure it does. I can't even imagine doing that. We talked about doing it in our town. Well, me doing it in our town on a building. But I couldn't even quite wrap my mind around it. If I ever do have to, I'm going to have to come watch you do one. But they're so cool. And what a great way to grab attention. Beautiful art building. This. I do a little purple in there too. Sorry. No, I want any green up in here. Maybe just a little touch along this edge. That's enough. I need my turquoise and my gold. Oh, that's so pretty. See, there's a little highlight in there that could pop. My gold, and then we're good. Are those pastels? These are called RNF pigment. They're pigment sticks, so it's oil paint in stick form. They're like creamy and luscious. And this one's really mushy, so I got a big blob there that I'm gonna have to clean up. I think that I don't need to put too much of that on there. I feel like it's a little reckless. All right, I'm gonna get. Do I want a big brush or a smaller brush? I think I'll do my big brush in the background and try and keep it kind of a loose, painterly background. These colors that I did. Of course, that wasn't in the background, but just get a little bit of that. You could stop now. Thanks, Ellen. Yeah. Someday I'll be confident enough to paint that much and then say, yep, I'm finished. That's it. And it was hard to do that. I don't know if you're like me, but I feel like we all feel like we have to work so hard to have something be finished that it's hard to think that you could just do something so simple and let it be almost spontaneous and a little less finished looking and still be complete. Do you need the shadow at the top? Do you need the top left flower in here? Inside here, is that what you're thinking? Is that what I was missing, Jackie? I think I was. And this is shadowy underneath here. I'll just do a little bit of that. And up here. All right, that's good. Now I could do a little bit of the background. I'm cleaning my brush off. Oops. My fave colors are when the greens blend with the malachite color pigment stick. Yes, it's so pretty. It's hard, if anything, it's difficult not to overuse that color because it just pops. Nothing we like better than a pop of color. To make that lighter in there, I think. Now we're heading into the messy middle already. It's looking a little messy. Put my lighter color back there. Clean this little bit of pigment stick off of there. It's really lumpy. I like it, but I'm afraid it will take forever to dry. Drying time's always a challenge for me. Well, it's not really drying time that's the challenge. It's the patience part that's the challenge for me. Now I'm thinking, like, is this background color, is it too neutral? But I think I'm going to like it in the end. So we're going to just stick with it and not doubt ourselves, myself, which I'm really good at. These mix-up colors are fun. But see how neat that looks with that kind of grayish neutral color. And the yellow showing through ever so slightly. It'll make those colors really pop. Bonnie says, I'm putting the gold down first for the background. Does that lighten the green you're putting on top of it? How different way if you just put green down on top, do you mean, as opposed to this color that I'm using? I don't know. That's always a fun thing to play with. Another thing that I've been somehow doing, I can't think of an example right now, but if you paint something, like do that, like do a painting, Bonnie, and then try that, like do the whole painting the way you wanted to intentionally do it, and then do it all again in a whole different way. Like start with a different base color. Like this, like I wouldn't know that I'd necessarily use yellow for this, but I did it anyway because that's how I'm going to learn if I like how it worked or didn't. It's all really just experimenting and playing, and that is the fun thing about art. That never has to end. Not ever. It's those rote, boring things that you have to do over and over again are the things that challenge me the most. Like, I really have a hard time doing boring things. Like cleaning. Not very good at that. Yeah, the background's cool, isn't it? And they already feel a little bit like they're coming forward, don't they? Carving out this one a little bit. Sure, honey. Are you in Rehoboth right now? I saw you were on the Cape May Ferry, I think. Did I see that the other day? Cat Hastings Art said, I love your style. Thank you. It's ever evolving. This, make it a little bit of a harder edge right there. I can soon go with my darkest of purples. I can do bits of those colors later. I'm kind of running out of one of my background colors. I could do a little bit more of this shadow. I could have mixed a little bit more of this color. There we go. All right, I'm going to go to a little bit smaller brush. So I'm switching from my Rosemary and Company Clips Short Flat 12, and I'm going to use my Trekell 20. I want to treat myself to some new brushes like this for Christmas. Good morning, Carrie. How are you? And I want to use as few brush strokes as possible. I don't want to overwork what I'm doing. I just want to put my paint down and kind of let it stay. It's always challenging to do. It's got a little light spot under there. I'll get that a little bit. This has a nice... And I definitely want some of those underneath colors to show. So that's the other challenge, is to try and let that pop, not overwork it. That I cover everything that I have going on underneath. Oh, this is oil paint. I need a little bit more of this. Oops. Got a little thick right there, but that's all right. Sorry. Okay. It's getting there. More of like my little bit of dark area. I have dark purple coming down in here. It gives that a little depth right in there. All right, I could do some of my in shadow greens here. It's very neutral. Oops, there I am smearing it around. I don't want to do that. That's the shadow part of that. Okay. I'll go. I just want to hint at the colors. I don't want to, I have to like gently put my colors down. I want this. Can it be painted with acrylic? Sure. Yeah. You can do anything with oil or acrylic. Oils, it feels different painting with oils than with acrylics. And I enjoy both. I just like oils a little bit more because it's buttery and they stay wet longer, so I can work into my colors more. But when you paint with acrylics, they dry very quickly, and there's nothing wrong with it. Actually, it's a blessing sometimes, but it's that getting good at doing it part that can be a little challenging. All right. I feel like I'm dancing around this a little bit and not, like my confidence is fading a little bit. So, what do I need to do? I think I need to go in here with some real color and see how it's starting to look. Do you ever feel like that? And maybe I need some of my yellow. I always feel like when I feel like my confidence is waning, there's something I need to be working on that I'm avoiding. Usually that's where you make your most progress and grow the most, is when you work on those things that kind of scare you. I've been doing a lot of that lately. I say you should do something that scares you at least a little bit once every day. It's definitely the messy middle here. It's a little too hard edged. I want to soften. When it's a shadow, you want to keep your edge very soft. That makes it look more like a shadow, but I almost feel like my shadows aren't quite dark enough. I don't know. I didn't want them to be dark, so let's just stick with that. Then go back in here and do what I'm avoiding. This is the only way to see if the colors are working. Maybe that's what I'm worried about. Jackie says, I didn't think I'd like the background, and now I'm loving it with that yellow grays and a little touch of blue. It's lovely. It is, I would say it's a lovely color. Yes. Lovely. Sometimes that's the only word to describe something. I love when things are lovely, because it's just kind of elegant, quiet elegance a little bit. Yeah, that looks cool. All right. This is even a little lighter in there. Okay, yes, it's coming together a little bit now. There's a little petal right in there. That's really light right there. Yeah, it's kind of a funky color combination, but I love how it looks. I'm trying to practice quieter colors. I have a special eye for color. Thanks, Nancy. Title, Quiet Elegance. Oh, I like that. Quiet Elegance is nice. Or do I need to call it Hope? I can call it Quiet Elegance. I have to stop and think about what I'm doing here a little bit. And I like that some of that background color is showing, but I can't let it too much of it show because then it'll be confusing. So it's a little bit of a dance. How spontaneous it can be. I think it can be a lot more spontaneous than I often let things be. Really is over there. Now that I'm looking at this area, it's a little challenging right in there, but I think really the petal is darker than the background, so I made that too light, so it's blending in too much. The petal is actually darker than what's back there. That helped. Did you see how that was like something was wrong with that? It was blending in too much. All right, I need a sip of my coffee. What's everybody having today? Coffee or tea? Or Diet Coke? Jackie, are you having Diet Coke? Your Wawa cup. That Wawa cup came with you to France, didn't it? I want this to come over a little. Yeah, that's a little better. Does it feel? I really just want it to feel hopeful, right? Go with the lighter. I still need my lightest lights. You know, I always wait till the very, very end to do that. It's hard to be patient. But if I do them too early, it gets sloppy. Coffee, need to make more. Allie, I might too. I think this might be a two cup day. Or make my mushroom coffee. I do have that now. I do like it. It's fun as a second cup. I don't know that it quite replaces regular coffee for me. Something ungraceful about this right up here. I don't know what it is. Maybe it needs to have like a little bit of a lost edge where it blends into the background a little bit. I love lost edges where the background comes into the subject and the subject kind of melts into the background. Bellissimo, what a pretty word. All right, let's do some of the lighter colors now, I think. Am I ready for lighter lights? I don't know. It's not a commitment, right? Okay, I need background right here. That got... Ooh, that's pretty. Okay. Love that. intentional strokes. I hold my breath when I do this part. And this is very light right in here. Let me know if anybody's asking me questions or anything. I'm kind of lost in the details right now. I could easily be doing this and forget that you're even here with me. I try never to do that, but it could happen. Looks good. Do I have any? Oh, I got a little purple in there. I might just go with it and do a little bit more. No, I don't know if I like that. Let's cover that up. Your greens are so fresh. Love your colors. Thank you. Yeah, I do need a little bit more of the lightest. Now I need to go in and work on my lightest lights of the flowers and then see if there are any bits that that need more work. So that's all light, all in light, and this could go a little lighter in there. Okay, I like the greens. I'm happy with that. So now I need to work on a little bit more of my lightest lights in the flowers. How are we doing on time? Okay, 8:47. Yeah, I got to keep moving here. The shadow part needs to... Okay, that worked. Now I have to do my lightest lights. Let me clean up my... Let me have a sip of coffee and think for a second, too. All right. Now I'm doing my lighter colors. It's a little wonky there. I just had to clean my brush off. I was picking up too much of the darker purple there. Okay. I have this very light. I have to be careful of how I have this on my brush. Whew, talk about holding my breath. I think that needs to go even a little lighter. That edge. I think the shadow is looking a little too not dark enough. All right, what's this? This is the inside. Oh, so this is an important little spot here that I gotta put that light. And that's more purple on this side. It comes all the way down to there. Might need to put more of my background color against there. I don't know. I feel like this needs to go bright. I gotta do just this little bit because it keeps catching my eye. I feel like this needs, it's too quiet over here or something. I don't know what it is. Or maybe the whole thing needs a little bit more, a little something, something like that. Yeah, that helped. I think that helped. I don't know what it was that was just feeling a little too serious or something. I don't know. A little too much quiet elegance. I don't know what it was, but no, I don't know if that was too reckless crazy, but we will see. All right. I need to keep going here. I have a little bit of dark right there. It's getting there. Oh, I didn't finish this. No, wait, let me finish. That's a little bit better. And if I'm very careful, like, see, I can lay that a little bit of color right back in there on top of that pink that I added, which was a little reckless, but fun. And I think I need background in here. Background color. I don't know, what do you think? Let's work on more of the other flower. The central portal is the same tone as the background. In here, do you mean? Or in here? I don't know which is central portal. And is that a good thing or a bad thing? Oh, central petal. The central petal. Yeah, are you saying mine is and it shouldn't be? Or are you saying it's an observation or a suggestion? This is the point of the painting, that so many decisions are made, and it's, I kind of like that zebra-ish look because it's really in that petal. I need to think about now where my very lightest lights are. I don't know, there's still something about this petal over here that I don't like. I'm going to darken this side of it. I think it was feeling like it was getting lost into the background, and I didn't like that. Okay, yes, that's what I'm doing. I'm sticking with it. Darken the, maybe with a tad of orange to pull it forward. The petal or the portal. I'll look for one to darken. Oh, that one, do you mean, that I already did? I don't know. What do you think? Are my shadows not dark enough? It does feel like it's coming forward. 8:54. My goodness, I'm going long on this one. I might have to finish it after. Holy cow. All right, let's see if I can pull it together here in these last couple of minutes. If it runs out on me, I'm going to need a little bit of my yellow, a little bit of my white. And I might call it a day. The petal right in the center of the painting. Here. You mean where that's coming together? You feel like it needs more definition. Like in here. My colors are getting a little muddy. I get that. Oh, and this edge needs to be. It is pretty fun. This is more. What time is it? 56. I have a few minutes. All right, what else? Is there anything else? The central panel that dips down needs to, this one needs to come forward. Okay, I gotcha. Bring that forward. I think it did. Now I feel like I'm overworking it because it's going to start to get muddy. So unless there's something I absolutely have to do, let's see, a little bit of shadow, background color. Needed softened. That needed softened. This could just do a little something to break it up in there. Okay, I think I'm going to sign it because I feel like I'm not moving it forward. And I need to stop and think about it a little bit. So I'm going to sign it. And, okay, 8:57. All right, let me take this down. So there's my reference image. And there is that. Let me get in close so you can see some of the brush strokes. And then here is my very colorful palette. So thanks for coming and hanging out with me while I painted today. And this painting is for, I keep forgetting what it's called. It's called 2023 Art for Hope Project, and it'll be for St. Jude's Children's Hospital. So I'm glad you guys all came to hang out with me. I will have this up on my YouTube channel. If you'd be so kind, go and give me a thumbs up. Bonnie says, far left bottom bud needs a shadow. Far left bottom bud needs a shadow. I'll have to look at that. It's beautiful. Okay, super, wonderful. So thanks for coming, guys. It was very fun. If you're in my Inspiring Art group, I will see you at 11. Goodbye. Thanks for coming.